You're part of the coalition. Let's see how powerful the coalition is.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Europa Universalis 4, where I am joined here by Midgeman. Hey, Midge.
Hey, Mordred, how you doing?
I am doing well. Excited to see if we can survive this. So, if you remember from last session, we went to war with Switzerland because Switzerland wanted to gobble up our good friends in Milan, and we got our entire army wrecked in the process. And while we were doing that, Florence went and grabbed basically all of Genoa. And since then, Florence has been making some kind of aggressive noises towards us, so good luck in the peace and building us up again.
Yes, it's going to be a little bit rough for us, but in good news, we have almost finished our first North American colony, if I remember correct. We have Kusabo going, which means, we could just hightail it out of here, but we shall see. The first things first, though, we're going to need to at least get some forces out in Europe. Mainly just infantry, just to try and make us look a bit scarier than we actually are.
Yes, definitely. How large a force does Florence have?
That is a very good question. Let's go down to the ledger and check our militaries. So if we go, I believe they're a rival, are they not? They are.
Yes. 6,000. So actually, we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But they're obviously not the only threat. We also border, for example, Venice, who are far scarier.
Yeah, and Venice have actually turned hostile now, so maybe we want to be improving relations with them just to encourage them not to murder us in our sleep.
Yes. Venice did just have themselves slapped about by the Austrians, losing Friuli and Trieste. But, of course, Florence gained a bit more power by gaining a reso from us. That's what Switzerland did to us in the peace. And but Genoa itself has gone back to the Genoese, which is also quite interesting.
Was that released by Florence?
Yes, it was part of Milan.
Right, yeah. I meant, was it released by them as a vassal? But no, it was a liberation.
No. Yeah, it was from the Liberation War. I'm going to go ahead of time in Diplo, get ourselves that trade bonus, and then hold off for military.
I think I probably would have waited one more year, but that's fine.
Yeah. Let's also drill because we have the money to do so.
Because basically, if you waited the 1 year extra, you would have saved 10% of the cost, as long as you do it in January.
Oh, that's true.
It would go from +5 to -5. Never mind.
Never mind.
I always just see the 5 and go for it. I tend to.
Nope, never. never, unless it's military.
Unless you're at war.
Yeah. And if you're not at war, I don't bother with the military either.
No. Well, there's no ahead of time bonus for military, is there?
Just having a better military is the bonus.
Yeah. Wow, we've got some really solidly put together native nations over here.
Yep, with the native overhaul that came with Mayapahit and Leviathan, they definitely have a better time of things out in North America.
Do we therefore want to just start ferrying all of our troops over to...
Well, it kind of depends, like, how do we want to do this? Are we going to establish ourselves on the East Coast? Are we going to go down to South America, perhaps, where there's probably a bit more space? Although probably also more competition with Europeans.
Yeah, we need to get into Texas. That's our goal for Spaghetti Western. So...
one other thing, can you check? Because there was one version of this game where the natives were horrifically overpowered. Can you see if they're still natives or if they've actually westernized already? Because I have a feeling those guys have they're duchies already.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that's now actually even more difficult because some of them are still tribes. But there was an issue where natives were generating way too much
I was like, Kingdom,
reform.
it's Norway.
Norway.
That's a tribe. I got really creeped. I was like, they're a kingdom.
Duchy.
Oh no. Got a few duchies. We got a few tribes. Yeah.
Okay. Because, yeah, that is definitely going to make our lives... Well, actually, it's potentially going to make our lives more difficult and potentially easier, because if the tech difference is still great enough, we could just conquer them.
Compared to our...
Because they're on mill 3, we're on mill 10, so yes.
About to be mill 11.
And that's a problem for them, because they did not westernize off of a Western power, they westernized through government reforms.
Yes.
But that has since been nerfed, so we are currently, and I should mention this, playing on 1.3, 1.5, which is now the public release. So up until now, we've been working on the betas, which is 1.3, 1.5 point something, but we're now just straight on 0.5. And this is available for everyone as of last Thursday. So if you have your updates enabled, you should also be playing on this version. And in that one, the government reform of the natives has been fixed. But because this is from an old version, we still have that issue. I mean, I would say advisor costs, except for the fact I don't think we have any.
No, but we can get some.
We could.
I'm going to do nobility, I think, here. Purely because of how unfavorable they are to us right now.
Okie dokie. For the real spaghetti western, you should have Spain too, since a lot of the movies were recorded there. That's true. Yeah.
That is true. Maybe we'll have to do a Reconquista back over. So
Western
build ourselves
spaghetti.
up. Western spaghetti. So we get our spaghetti western, and then we western our spaghetti back into Castile.
I mean, we'd have to go via the west, which means going via Asia, but hey, we can do that.
Oh, we'll just keep going west, just like that
Eventually end
famous
up where we
song
started.
by the Almanac people of just oh dear. There we go. Almost got our first piece of land over here in North America. Something I want to check is
What colonial region this is?
no. I knew there was an estuary down here. I thought it was in Kosovo, but it's actually in Isati.
And they are Miltech 5s. They're actually more advanced than most of the natives.
Yeah. These are one of the duchies.
Yeah.
So
when it actually comes to the great migration from Europe, how are we going to do this? Like, this is actually the first time I've ever transitioned entirely to America.
well, we have a couple of options. Is we lose terribly in war. We could do a sneaky and essentially vassal feed Ferrara. Give them the territory over here. Shift our capital. Give them all of. We wouldn't. So we'd lose whatever our capital became.
Mm-hmm.
But native rising in Kosovo, but we've survived it. Grab the matchlock musket.
Fired as well.
You do that to the tune of Spider-Man. Might as well. Florence has become Tuscany.
Interesting.
Sadly, they're being run by the Bardi, and we're the Berardi. But I don't think we can just directly move our capital out here.
I think what we need to do is go down to one province in Europe, and then I think you can.
Yeah.
So we should vassal feed Ferrara with everything except for Lucca, and then move the capital. Can we actually move capital now? Because we changed recently, didn't we? It's once per ruler?
Yeah.
It's not saying we can't. Although it's not saying why we can't. Can only move a capital to a province inside a state, so we haven't stated it yet. Cannot move the capital to a colonial region, not while we still have big heartland around it. Only when our capital is the only province in the state of the continent will it be possible. So yes, we need to feed Ferrara now. And then we probably can. And then we just release Ferrara.
Not even release Ferrari. We could reabsorb them.
Nah, I think we should do this like entirely in America.
Oh, you think completely go?
Completely just give up on Europe. It's a silly place.
I think we should keep them for a little while at the very least.
Let me just go for it. Just all in.
You think? Just go. Just
all in. Just save before we do. I was wondering if you'd call it that.
So, Kosovo will become our new capital.
Do it.
Right. Form the Floridian nation? Vermonter nation?
Oh, it's because we're not actually in Texas. We're north of...
No.
Yeah, this is South Carolina.
Yeah.
Maybe even Georgia. Does Georgia have a coast?
Yes. Pretty big one. Pretty sure. At least
Sure it
modern day
does.
Georgia does. Does it not?
I'm going to have to
Give me a
check
map.
that. Whoops. Ah,
Oh, wrong
check
PC.
my own screen. Sorry. There we go. All right, checking my own PC.
I will continue.
USA. Geography lessons.
Right, we've lost all of our rivals.
Yes, Georgia does have a coast. And yes, we would be in Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia, sweet Georgia.
Our economy has plummeted massively because our force limit is like massively over now.
I think that province just above us is Savannah, so we're just below that. So what is our force limit at this point?
10.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if we get all of
That's
our
only
troops
'cause
over there, then we
That's
should
only 'cause we've
probably...
still got Lucca, which we can also technically give to Ferrara now.
We should, and then I think we'll just give them independence.
Can we wait until we actually get a little bit more land over here? Purely because
Yeah.
we're losing 6 ducats a month at the moment.
Yes.
Trying to get ourselves a claim into the Confiscati.
Yep.
Okay, you are going to have to stay back here for a bit.
Even going to make it? Yeah, I should do.
Yeah, they will.
You may as well drop maintenance while you're moving everyone. We don't have any native uprising problems.
True.
Seeing as we're not actually colonizing. There we go.
As much as I'd like to be.
Are we in multiplayer or duo single player? We are duo single player. Though not through traditional means. We're both on the same computer.
Yes.
Through the wonders of modern technology. We're both in the UK and we're playing on a computer in Sweden. Sounds cool. Love the new subscription model for the DLC. Means I can actually play without forking out hundreds of dollars. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, that is very much the intention behind the subscription thing. Because we know that there are a lot of DLCs and you would potentially have to cash out quite a lot. And that is a pretty hefty barrier for entry, especially for new players.
And it's also good that you can essentially try the game on a relatively smaller economic sum for a short time, and then put it down, cancel the subscription, and not have the worry of I have, got that massive entry barrier that I kind of now need to try and make worth my time, because we know not everyone can spend hours upon hours upon hours upon hours every day like we do playing video games. Some people have to, work real world jobs.
Or work real world jobs playing games. I mean, that's a thing too, apparently.
Apparently.
I think hope the subscription
against
model...
other religions.
yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, I'm going to grab that because all these natives are different religions to us.
Yep, they're all totemist. I hope the subscription model is the future of all Paradox grand strategies. I would like to see that too, especially the ones that have been around for a while.
Don't think they'll make it a second time across.
No, not with one cog being on 23% right now. That's fine. Just let them rest up for a bit.
We need to check the Chikafokote, the Patoa, and the Cholan. How many men they have.
I think there may be an easier way, if I may take over real quick.
Go for it, yeah.
Click on you, you can see that they have 17,000 manpower, 13 force limit. And then if we go to the diplomacy map mode, click on you, then we can see that their ally, Powhatan, has 6,000 and 17,000 manpower. And Chiahu we can't see. Chiaha.
Jaha!
But all we need to do is beat these guys, and we do have double their
Tech.
Where's Powhatan again? There they are.
Yeah.
Powhatan are actually slightly better.
Yeah, Chesapeake has their capital as well, and Chesapeake is, we want that province.
Yes, we do.
We want the James Estuary. We want Jamestown.
And these are all settled, well, these guys are settled natives, which means that this development's actually permanent. The Chesapeake one, I don't think will be, because they are still a tribe. Although they may be a settled tribe. In fact, by the looks of things, they are. So yeah, all of this development now is permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can usually tell the difference because these guys will have lots of territories with lots of very small amounts, and then bam, big one.
So,
back over to you.
Yes, we're going to hopefully build ourselves. The real issue over here is going to be converting. So I believe we need to stay Christian.
Are there any natives that would ally us right now?
That's a good thing to check. Let's have a look.
Carbu, Perugia? No, Perugia's in Italy. Where's Carbu? Oh, it's down there in
Africa.
So, short answer, no.
No. Carbu just loaded out of Mali.
How close are they to wanting an alliance with us?
Who?
Locals.
Should we check? It's Tuscarora.
There's an easier way. Again, if you go
relatively
here, offer alliance, and you just look at the ones that have these. So Cherokee is actually pretty close. So it's probably actually worth sending a diplomat to the Cherokee.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Cherokee are slap bang in the middle of the two that we want to kind of eat. So,
yep.
So we're planning on becoming Texas. Do you want to explain what Texan Ideas are? Do you want to check what they are and give them a read?
Oh, I can do that. Because if memory serves, they are very, very popular in multiplayer, which usually means they're very good.
Yeah. And I believe for the spaghetti, do we have to become Texas or can we become America?
It's Texas or somebody else. I don't think the USA does it.
Yeah.
So Texan Ideas, they start with the tradition, which is minus 10% fire damage received. Heretic and Heathen provinces do not give any penalties.
Whoa. That is...
Yep, that's one of their traditions.
Okay.
Lone Star State, +1 yearly prestige. Texan Revolution, +10% fire damage. Cotton Plantations, +10% goods produced. Vaqueros, -10% attrition, +15% movement speed. Frontier Nation, -1% yearly army tradition decay. Tejanos, -15% stability cost modifier. Adelsverein, -10 dev cost. And then their ambitions, 15% morale of armies. Yeah, I can see why they're popular.
Oh dear lord, it's a lot of money for us to put our army maintenance up. Hey, but we got a wave of innovation.
Oh, that's good. Hey, Hanos, sorry.
Janos.
Yeah, Spanish pronunciation always gets me because letters mean different things in Spanish, apparently.
Yes, it's like what?
The J being an H.
Yeah, well, it's also like there is another one where it's like voy would be boy, boy. So boy abibir. Okay. Well, our only possible rivals are Tuscany. Interesting. So,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, and Tuscany just took Genoa again. I just noticed that.
Yeah, they're really expanding. I'm kind of scared to let go of Ferrara because as soon as we do, they're just going to be eaten by Tuscany. I'm surprised Naples is still allied with us when we're over here just higher. The state of Georgia now. Right.
So their combined armies are 18,000 against our 12. With the tech differences, though, I think we're okay. Oh no, sorry, 22,000 against our 12.
Yeah.
We do have manpower. We will be taking loans for this, but then again, we can also take money from them. And we have so many people now surrounding us that we could just declare humiliation wars, essentially, and just take money from them.
Yes. Well, we need to...
Isabeau, production.
Some money.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we do this.
I think we do this too.
Watch for our land troops over here as well. Somehow, but no, they don't have a coastline, so they won't be able to.
Okay. Yes?
Yes. Over to you, Commander Mordred.
Ba-bam! Alright, what's the land here like? That's forest up there, so I think I'm going to go for the forest first. I'm also going to go down to speed 3, so I can actually see what's going on. Because I'd really like them to try and attack me across the river into a forest. That would be rather nice. Although, actually, we kind of want to force a battle with them as soon as possible. So they don't merge all their troops together.
Oh, that would be... Yeah, no, we don't want that idea at the moment. Oh, they've got a fort here.
Yes, they do.
And that's
So there's 13,000. There is a river. What's your maneuver?
General.
1. What are we? 3. So no river crossing.
We can't because of the fort.
Can't get there.
Okay, this might be a little bit harder.
Especially because this is also a forest province.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do at least have the 1 cannon.
Do we?
Yeah.
It's a lot more ships than I think we were bargaining for.
It was.
And their ships are lights rather than our galley cogs.
I was hoping that our morale would beat them, but it hasn't.
Sadly, no.
I wasn't expecting the other ones to arrive quite so quickly because I was just looking at the ones that were here.
Yeah, I think they were already there, just off screen.
Ah. Well, they aren't there anymore.
Nope, that's very true. Hopefully we'll be able to take some good coinage as well from the end of this war.
That is the dream.
Because we are going to want to run both missionaries and colonists.
Although one of the real downsides to the natives having basically westernized already is colonists are actually going to be a lot less useful now because it's all colonized.
True.
And again, that's just because we're playing with an older version of the game. We started this game in an older version.
An older version, yeah.
In the current ones, this should not happen. Siege is already done, so I'm going to go for it. Clint Eastwood, lead us to a glorious victory.
We don't have a cannon. I think Ferrara must have the cannon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, we are. It's not this tribe that seems to have the thing.
Oh, Stackwive.
Possible
when we get
coming
there.
in, yeah.
I don't even need to consolidate.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Right.
That's a lot of war score.
Yeah, that definitely makes things a lot easier.
I would try to break some infantry off to just siege up these other provinces so they don't, because they're building troops already.
I'm kind of okay with them doing that,
Oh, okay.
because it's more war score for killing them.
Mm-hmm. True. That is true. Oh, we do have two militaristic aspects of faith right now, don't we?
Yes.
We have both the morale and the discipline. Is there a missionary strength one in
Yes.
Protestantism?
I believe there is.
We might want to grab that.
I mean, I wouldn't do it right now, but yeah, missionary
No.
strength +1, adult baptism.
Oh, there's the global
Possibly
syphilis
also
as
the
well.
unrest. Although, again, what's required for us to become Texas? We can't, because we're not in Texas.
Yeah, we can't see that right now.
Come on. Relations with Cherokee are done, so we need to remember that we can possibly offer them an alliance or something later. Especially when we become a more powerful North American nation.
Mhm. Are Texas an endgame tag?
I doubt it. They can probably form the USA.
So we might even want to become the USA after.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like Powhatan's coming to their aid, except by sea.
So, interestingly, if we're of a British culture group, we become American. If we're Iberian, we become Mexican. But we're neither, so we're going to stay Italian. Or Bolognese, should we say. So, the formation, what do we need? Not a nomad nation. Owns a province in the Rio Grande. We need at least 4 cities in the Rio Grande region and a capital in the Rio Grande region. That's all we need for Texas.
Yes.
That you're looking at the Cherokee.
Access.
I see.
Because the Cherokee hate them, that's one of the reasons the Cherokee like us.
Mm-hmm.
So they were refusing access, which is why we never saw any of their armies coming down here. I like that Powhatan doesn't actually own Powhatan.
Yes, that's quite funny.
And we can go for an admin tech, and that's going to give us more innovativeness. 6, in fact. So I would say let's do it.
Absolutely.
The only downside to that is we're going to need some of that for coring soon.
True. Oh, actually, I think the 6 innovativeness was from if we took the Diplotech.
Ah, yes, probably. Yep. No, I'm not doing that. That's 7 years ahead of time. Thought
Might
if you
be
were the
wise
Italians, you become
to-
New Yorkers.
Or New Jerseyans.
New Jersey.
Jersey. They're actually going to re-siege the capital there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do something a little bit tricksy. I'm going to leave one guy behind. I'm just going to go biff these guys real quick. Hopefully they
Biff.
don't come after my little garrison. In fact, I don't think I even needed to do that because we haven't made any siege progress, have we?
No.
Alright, you have a maneuver of 2, we have a maneuver of 3, that's fine.
So, Kosovo, what is our good?
Stack wide.
What is our trade good in our new capital?
Furs.
Furs. Hoping it was cotton. Because we have a lot of Diplo, and I was thinking we should, pump up the production.
Well, furs are going to be really valuable, because furs just go up and up and up in value throughout the game.
Do they? Okay.
Mm-hmm. After the extinction of European beaver, and then there's also a couple of events for American fur production.
Oh, of course.
Fur hats, popularity.
What is the most valuable trade good?
Cloves.
Cloves?
They're new with the Leviathan. There's only 2 provinces in the game that start producing it, and then it's possible, I think, in a grand total of 6 or maybe 7. So they are very rare. And then after that, actually probably gold more, but cloves in terms of regular trade.
Well, gold's unique because it just generates money.
Yeah. Starting to ship in some troops, apparently. There's a loan. I think what I'll probably do here is, once I've taken their capital... Oh, we actually have full war score. So, Powhatan, do we want to take Chesapeake, or do we just want money from them?
I think we just want money for now. I think we should localize ourselves in the state of Georgia.
Okay. 100 ducats plus war reparations. That...
Steer trade?
Pillage?
Oh, no. Yeah, pillage the capital.
Which is that one.
That one. Yeah, the other one will be sending it to Ferrara.
Unfortunately, the transfer trade power uses up a Diplo slot, which is why I almost never choose that.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we'll just go with this. Little bit of overextension, but that's fine. So that's Powhatan now. Then Chiaha, don't think we're going to be able to do anything. No, that's not true. We can.
There. Yeah, up there in the mountains.
They can cross it, but we can't. Because we haven't explored Cherokee, and you can't explore with a military access.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's basically this war done. And yes, we can piece them out. With all the money, 100%. Boom.
What's the...
A lot.
That's 100...
So, bearing in mind that Powhatan, Chiaha can't join...
Yeah. Do it.
Yes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because we do need to be aggressive early on. Then we probably just want to be sending
as well out of that, which is
as
nice.
many diplomats as we can. Yeah, and it's a really good fort too. Actually protects like this whole area, and it's in the forest. And there you go. Money is made. We're at peace. Take over, Peacemaster.
Peacemaster. Yes, give me the extra missionary strength. Let's have a look. Missionary strength. Missionary strength. All the missionary strength stuff. In fact,
I'll the ideas.
Some of these out.
No, I would leave the military ones. Get rid of the idea one.
Oh, really? Well, I was going to change it with them anyway.
We're going to have a coalition against us in a minute.
True. I was going to put in settlers, but I'll put morale of armies back in.
Yeah, I think I would, just to be safe.
Okay. And then let's sort by time. We've only got one missionary right now.
So currently we have expansion ideas. I am wondering if we want to retcon them, because we haven't actually taken any of the expansion ideas and switch it for religious.
Okay.
Iswa. What does Iswa do? We also need to core stuff, don't forget.
Grain.
Iswa is grain, so yeah, army.
Our ruler is morale of
Here
armies
comes the
as well, which is
coalition.
nice. Okay.
I often make good money from gemstones. Yes, gemstones are also up there. So I think the most valuable are generally furs, gems, gold, ivory, cloves,
Iron,
spices.
copper.
Yeah. One thing that I do kind of regret is the demand system from E3 isn't in this. So as nations actually start building more artillery, the price of iron goes up. It's just a static event.
We can only dream of fluctuating markets. What I will do...
Don't do it now, we're not at war.
No, I'm saying if the coalition declares, I will go to Tech 12 and get rifles.
Yep, that works.
And I will stand back here like, come at me!
First rank.
Wow.
Ah.
Whoa, look at Austria!
Austria.
Hello!
Doing good.
Do they have Hungary? Yep, they have Hungary.
We are seeing a fledgling Austria-Hungary here.
Now, do we start exploiting the development of Lucca before we give it to Ferrara?
I feel like that's a little bit gamey. What I would do, I think, is just release those guys now, and then we just play on with the American side.
Okay.
Let's be purist in this. Is this optimal? No. Is this going to be more fun? Probably.
See if... Oh, no, Grant Province, Lucca. And then...
I think you have to talk to them directly, yeah. No, it's not annex. Yep.
Oh, wait, it's because they're loyal. Hang on.
Couldn't you just press OK? Was that blocked?
No, it's if you lose stuff if they're loyal.
Oh. You lost prestige
So now-
anyway. What was the other thing you would have lost? Just relations.
I thought there's a chance you lose a stab, but I could be wrong. It's because we're a republic. It could be different. So that's just ingrained into me as well. I do. You spam scootage, and then when they're disloyal, you can just get them away without taking too much of a hit, or at least that used to be the way.
See, this is why playing with other people is so interesting, because you do things completely differently to me. In like ways that I just wouldn't even have occurred to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, same with you, though. I'm like, oh, yeah, just look at those things. Duh. Right. Patoan
For sure.
and
Tuscarora, sure, they're a neighbor.
Tuscarora, they're there.
We're going to have to take them on.
Yeah, because they're
Cherokee.
also in the direction. We kind of want to keep the Cherokee somewhat.
We do,
now?
and I would actually advocate with our spare diplomat, put them on improved relations with hostile nations. It's one of the automatic
yes.
actions.
Yes.
I mean, doing
well,
it specifically with Cherokee makes sense because they're the one we really want, but also we have maxed it already.
Yep. Oh, have we?
Happened during the war.
Oh. Well, okay. My bad then.
Outraged.
Outraged countries.
That's the one.
You're part of the coalition. Let's see how powerful the coalition is.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Fine. And help.
Well, the thing is, Italy would still join us for now if it was a defensive call. So that's going in the calculations.
So, what's our force limit now that we've lost all the vassals and things? 9.
9.
I think we stay at our current levels for the time being.
Staying over force, because that will go up as well once we start coring these things properly.
And can I also make a suggestion that you move the army to Asati and then have them do the rebel smashing from there?
Sure.
Because that's going to, if we do get attacked, is going to encourage them to actually go for the fort province. Because our army's not standing there. And also means our army is screened, so we can see if big armies come in and choose, okay, maybe we won't fight there. They can't just jump us, basically.
So what did we nabbed? We nabbed cotton, fur, grain, tobacco, fur.
There's a lot of furs here, crikey.
I wonder if they change somewhat through the game.
Nope.
Down here.
Don't think so. Generally, trade goods are pretty static. But the value will go up to 4, so currently it's 2.7, which is very low. I think it's 4, might even be a 5.
I think it's 4 with furs.
Yeah.
Or is it something weird like a 4.7?
I don't know why it's currently 2.7. If you hover over the trade value, it might tell you if it's being modified somehow. Felt hats plus 35%, so we've got that, but we don't have the extinction of European beaver yet. Also, our Diplo is maxed, so yes, we want to do that. Yeah. I was going to say, do we want to edict this first?
Yeah, I did think about that, but I'm also looking at it and going, enforcing religious unity.
It's only a year. And we kind of need to dev up. Well, in fact, having bad religion at the moment, because we are not Texas, will also matter. But yeah, deving up is big right now, because we need the points. And Kuzubo is a good place to do it, because it's plains.
Try and get us to a 20.
Hang on. May I just do this real quick?
Absolutely.
One thing I like doing is sorting.
Oh, you do it from this screen. Yeah.
Then I do it usually by cost, and then I just do the low cost ones first. But because they're not stated, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
That I had not considered. Building up Kuzbo. What is it? It's tax into... Oh, tax. Up to you.
I don't want to lose the morale of armies for 20 years.
Are we going for the Spaghetti Western achievement by any chance? Yes, except for the fact we don't have achievements enabled because we've been going between versions.
Yes.
But in spirit we are.
In spirit we're doing the Spaghetti Western. Exactly that. We are. This is an in-spirit Spaghetti Western with but we're also using this time to look for bugs. And what's the current stats on bugs and fixes now with E4? It was
that is a very good question, because I did put out a tweet last week which had actually a pretty good reception. I was a little concerned about that, saying, yeah, these are all the bugs we've had in the game. But really, the real message there is how many of them have been fixed. And latest
change our traders. We haven't. So right now
we have 608 reported. 459 have been fixed. Now that's only fixed. That's not including bugs that we've said are not a bug, which is probably another 20 or 30. But yeah, we're making really good progress on that. And again, I just want to re-emphasize, I'm completely blown away at just how much Tinto has really rallied together to get all of this fixed. They're doing an absolutely stellar job. And they update the tracker almost in real time as I add more stuff from the forums. And again, it is super, super, super important. If you come across a bug, please, 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 please do report it. Because if you don't, then how are we going to know?
Do we want to, once we've got some cores here, accept the Catawba culture?
Or do we want to culture flip them? I don't know. Because we are going to have to accept a lot of cultures. If we do go religious ideas, culture conversion is cheaper.
Yes, that was what we were going to discuss, weren't we? We were looking into possibly getting rid of our expansion idea for now. Yes, so expansion ideas was the original voted for idea. It had a lot of... it has a lot of combination with other ideas we already have, plus it gives us extra colonists, increased settler growth, so we can create our colonies faster, more relations, and also better global trade. And we've even a merchant. However, because of the version of the game that we started the save on, and a lot of the land has already been nabbed by the natives, we're thinking instead it would be better to go religious to get those quicker conversions when we take the land. That's basically the pros and cons.
And because a lot of the land has already been settled, settlers are less useful.
Yes.
Colonists, rather. I feel like switching to religious ideas is going to be beneficial in the long term. Yeah, especially considering where we are. And again, because everything has already been settled, it is already that religion, whereas if we were colonizing it, it would be automatically flipped to Catholic.
Protestant.
That too.
Okay, I'm thinking we make the switch then.
I think we should. I don't think this is a poll thing. I think this is just something we should do. Sorry, chat.
Sorry, chat. Other options, humanist.
True. And human... Well, actually, there is another fact to consider here. Religion doesn't matter to us when we're Texas. We ignore it. So actually, the main benefit from religious ideas would probably be the culture conversion, which is the end one.
So, is that now a poll?
I think that might well now be a poll. Do we still want to go for the expansion with the very much... We're not going to be able to do as many colonists as we could before. Do we go religious and actually try to make everything Protestant? Not really knowing how... Well, not having the religions lining up properly, even though they won't give us any negative penalties, they will affect church power because religious unity will be low.
Our choices for electoral candidates are 414, a 542, a 634, or a 236. 634.
That's 13 points. What were the others?
414 and 542.
That's 11 points. It's only actually 2 less. And Berardi, the top one?
414.
9 points. So he's 1 point below average. I would honestly do lottery because we did make the choice last time. And if we do this now, then we'll go to almost dangerous levels of Republican tradition. Like, you do not want to go below 60.
We got the
4. We'll be at 62. So it goes. It's still 9 points. Like, if it was like a 1-1-2, then I would say yes, choose. But 9 points...
This is 65.
That's fine. It's actually average. 3-3-3 is basically what that is.
No, I will take the tax income boom, I think. For the 5 Republican tradition. It's for 20 years. 5 Republican tradition for 20 years of 10% national tax modifier? Yes, please.
Make those taxes.
Right. So, do you want to set up the poll?
Yes. So what is the poll?
So I'm guessing we're putting expansion back on the cards. Religious, humanist.
I don't actually know how you do a poll as a moderator.
/poll.
Oh, yeah. Question. Which... I didn't even know that moderators could do this. I thought it was just the broadcaster.
Nope.
Which? Question
Moderators
mark. So we've got expansion, we've got religious, we've got humanist, or we've got other, and we'll choose something else. And we'll make this a 3-minute vote.
Mm-hmm.
So expansion, religious, humanist, or other. Other being, we'll choose maybe military or something like that. Get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote.
Just to make a case for another idea, we have a lot of Diplo points sitting around.
Yeah, and we haven't taken a military idea yet either. And I would just like to say that other is actually doing really well. They're only 5-6 points behind humanist at the moment. So other is entirely reasonable. Like that is completely a fine outcome.
Plutocratic is such a good idea.
It really is. And in this area, defensive might be good, just to double down on the morale buff.
Mm-hmm.
or even quality, although that's more about boats. Or offensive, make the leaders better.
Or quantity and just spiral out of control in manpower. Or, any idea. Because good, people are leaving the coalition.
Other is absolutely spiking right now.
Everyone's going, oh yeah, actually, other's a really good idea.
Why is Italy in the Carolinas? Because we are doing the Spaghetti Western, which is the entire purpose getting to Texas. This is just where we happen to land.
Ferrara's still alive. Oh yeah,
who have they allied, just out of interest?
Yeah.
Have they got any friends?
Saluzzo, our old ally. Well, it's still our ally.
Oh, and how's the Reformation going down there?
That's what I was just about to check out. Oh, that is an interesting Protestant Reformation. Because
Reformed is starting now.
It was Zeebrugge, and then we nabbed both centers of Reformation. But Naples has remained Catholic with a lot of cardinals. Venice has remained Catholic with a lot of cardinals. The Pope is there, but most of Italy is Protestant now. Reformed is starting up. We don't have Anglicanism. We don't have Hussite.
Okay, so the vote is in.
Orthodoxy is having problems. Okay.
Expansion got 6% of the vote. Religious got 13. Humanist got 30. But overwhelmingly in first place is Other, with 51%. So let's have a discussion about the other choices.
So plutocratic is a big one. It's morale of armies. It's goods produced. It's extra trade stuff. It's basically your mix of military and other ideas. Plutocratic is always a good back. The end capstone of institution spread is also nice. It combos really well with exploration.
Just realised we've only actually got 1 minute of this stream left, so we can't do physically a 3-minute poll.
Oh, okay. So it will just have to be a quick 1-minute poll to end this stream. We also have defensive.
I don't think that quality quantity. Offensive is also good. We were also talking about trade, in which case I would say trade. Maritime can be good, especially if we go down into the Caribbean.
Privateers could be. I'm just checking. Yeah, I'd go trade.
Because maritime is kind of trade light. It's more about building the ships as opposed to building up the baseline buffs.
Mm-hmm. So, plutocratic, offensive, maritime, trade. 1 minute.
Offensive or defensive?
Oh, defensive.
In fact, we could put both. We could do plutocratic, defensive, offensive, trade, economic.
Mm-hmm.
So, no maritime for the moment. We don't really have enough coastline for that, so that's not that surprising. We'll make this a 1 minute vote. Get your votes in, quick. We don't have long. Vote.
Oh,
sorry, Noggle, we're going to go over by like a minute.
Well, while this goes on, should we talk about what's coming up next on the stream? So next up on the stream is Hearts of Iron 4, where you'll be joined by two people that look awfully handsome and awfully Mordred and Midge-like. Yeah. Well, we'll be continuing our game as Yugoslavia. We have just beaten the Axis, and now we're turning our attention to the Comintern. It is we're doing a very micro air game, and we've proven well. We ended off with the chat deciding that we should join the Allies after being kicked out of the Allies, and all is going well there. It's a neck and neck poll right now between plutocratic and offensive. Holy moly!
I think Pluto's going to win it, though. They came from behind. Yeah, they did.
Yep, plutocratic wins. Okay.
All right, so economic got 1%, defensive got 1%, trade got 18%, offensive got 37%, but plutocratic came in with a 44%. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to hit that follow button in case you haven't done so already, so you get notifications when streams go live again in the future. You can find all of the Paradox games here on the channel at various times, and you can find the schedule in the schedule-y bit below. Want to say thank you to Midge for being my co-host in this. Want to say thank you for Nurgle for being an awesome producer in the background. And we'll see you soon for some Hearts of Iron in about 15 minutes.
See you after the break.